Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Russ back again from Madden 17 Ultimate Team, and yes, we did finally pick up 93 overall Flashback Colin Kaepernick. You guys don't know how much I wanted to try this card. I actually used the 84 Kaepernick. First of all, I used him on my budget squad, and I've actually used him on here as well. I don't think I've ever posted a game with him, but I have used him, and he's actually very, very good. So when I saw that they released a Flashback one, I was like, bro, I gotta get it. I gotta at least try it. And he ends up having 90 speed, 90 short and mid, and 94 throw power. This card is absolutely incredible, and he has chain mover chemistry, so he does have 92 short and mid bumped up. And I do actually have the chain mover chemistry tier 2, so I was able to pretty much get this card at full strength. Obviously, I wasn't able to get the ankle breaker times 2 because I don't like that chemistry. I feel like it's actually a pretty shitty chemistry, one of the worst ones. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with me. Maybe they like it. I don't know. Ankle breaker to me, I don't use spin or juke that often at all. The only cool thing that I saw in it was maybe the excel and possibly the agility. So I don't even, does it give agility? I'm pretty sure it gives agility. I don't know. But you guys can see Kaepernick on the first play of the game. We're just rolling out. He does end up getting 4 yards on first down, and then right here just swerving in and out, getting us a first down to the 41-yard line. I did want to see if this card fumbled. Obviously, all QBs are going to fumble. I think there's something in the game that QBs have a higher fumble rate than other cards like halfbacks or wide receivers or something like that. But he does have 79 carrying, so we'll see how often he does fumble. I will not slide. I don't think I slid this game when I ran with him. Just to try that out, just to see if he did fumble. But you guys can see he's throwing dots, man. I mean, we're moving down the field with ease right now. 3 for 4 for 46 yards and a couple rushes. And right here, rolling out with pressure in his face. Well, pressure? Wow. Pressure in his face, and we do find Tyrell Williams in the front of the end zone for a touchdown. It's actually a comeback route, and he threw it perfectly to the front of the end zone. So we do end up scoring 7-0 early, and this dude just fires a dot down the middle of the field in the very first play to the 47-yard line, across midfield to the other 47-yard line. 1st and 10. He fires another dot to the 26-yard line. 2 for 2 for 51 yards, and then Jordan Howard. So 3 plays, you guys can see, just swerving in and out and breaking Mel Blount's tackle into the end zone for the touchdown. Jordan Howard does end up scoring, but now we're back to Kaepernick. It's a Kaepernick show. So we're going to go ahead and run a play action. We do find Wally for a nice gain, about 12 or 13 yards right there. So now 5 for 6 for 71 yards. A great start for Cap. And then CJ Fedorowicz gets behind the defense. I do end up throwing it. I don't high point it or anything. And Fedorowicz, man, what the fuck? Dude, when I saw that he was able to break that, I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how he did that, man. I guess the safety just, well, he missed the tackle, and then he took out the other linebacker trying to make the tackle, and then Fedorowicz, with his 83 speed, was able to get there. Obviously, he got tackled at the end. It was close, but he does end up getting into the end zone. This dude also had Eli Manning, and it seemed like he was rolling out a lot with Eli. Obviously, you know, you don't think Eli is really a scrambler, but this dude had him and he was moving around a bit. But then he was also sitting in the pocket firing dots like that. 4th and 10, he does decide to go for it, and he does get it. So after the first drive, of course, he had an easy time on the first drive. So now what I'm trying to do is basically just, you know, figure out his offense and try to stop him. Right now we're usering down low. I actually played it a little bit too much, but luckily our pressure was able to get there super late. But it got there to be able to affect the throw, and he was not able to get one off. 3rd and 1, he does chuck it up, and it was incomplete. And then 4th and 1, he decides to go for it, and somehow his tight end makes that catch. I don't know how he was even looking for that ball, but then Geno Atkins misses the sack, and he throws a dot to the 7-yard line. Bruh. First of all, Eli Manning breaking the Geno Atkins sack, not happening. And then the fact that he did and was able to fire that's unfortunate. So now 3rd and goal, we do end up stopping him pretty easily, man. I mean, obviously, you know, inside the red zone, it's very hard to score unless you have a couple of, you know, pretty good plays. I usually just run, well, if they go empty backfield like that guy did, or it seems like he's going to pass, I'll just run quarters. Other than that, I'll just run cover 2 invert or something other than that. You know, obviously, it pretty much varies depending on what your opponent runs. Obviously, if he knows how to stop cover 2 invert, you're not going to run cover 2 invert. But that's the play I usually use, and that is the one throw this entire game that Cap missed really, really bad. I mean, that was terrible. Right there, we did have triangle wide open. For some reason, I just threw it to OBJ. I wasn't really paying attention down the field. I should have. We had, I think it may have been Tyrell Williams wide open, and right there, we do chuck it over top. I ended up playmaking Tyrell Williams up the field. And that was just a dot, man. That was a beautiful throw. one thing I noticed about this Cap, he's pretty money on the run. We've only missed 2 throws so far and almost have 200 yards. And then Cap showing off that speed into the end zone for a 14-yard touchdown run. And we do end up regaining our lead. Or actually, this is the first time we're going to be taking the lead by 2 scores. So now we're up 21-10. And then this dude just throw it at me, man. Why the fuck not? Ryan Shazier ends up coming up with the interception. And hurdle. To the 32-yard line. And on the first play, Colin Kaepernick, I saw pressure coming, and I ended up just throwing it away. But I did throw it away inside the pocket. That was a bad play by me. So 2nd and 20, trying to get back into field goal range, and we do. But Cap ends up fumbling. Man, that sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks when you fumble like that, especially when you're not trying to do anything special. But again, that was kind of my whole point. I wanted to see how long it would take for him to fumble, and well, now you guys know. He can fumble. I mean, obviously, any QB can fumble, but with 79 carrying, you still got to slide. I would say slide with any quarterback, whether they have 99 carrying or what. But, just be careful when you're running with quarterbacks, especially Cap or, Marcus Mariota for sure. I think Marcus Mariota has the worst carrying out of any quarterback, and I have used Mariota, and I think he fumbled a couple times for me. So I think there's something in the game that makes it a higher rate for quarterbacks to fumble, which makes sense. But I think there is something in the game that makes quarterbacks fumble more than any other player. Because, there's a lot of receivers with under 80 carrying that have never fumbled for me. So, anyway, like I said, just be sure to slide. And he ends up getting a field goal before half. So now we're only up by 8 points. So we go from possibly having a 10-point lead to him having, or for us having an 8-point lead now. So we still have the lead. Obviously, I'm not going to complain about that. But, we definitely gave up an opportunity to possibly go by 2 scores. Obviously, the fumble really hurt us, but now he's just running the ball with Howard, and, he's just trying to move down the field. It's pretty simple. We just need to stop him right there. I keep thinking Zach Brown, he's going to run that play a couple times, and I keep thinking Zach Brown is going to take over that route, and he just never does because there's nobody else on the left side. I think Zach Brown's going to go ahead and play that slant right there. I thought I played that perfectly, but he did high point. It was actually a pretty good play. Unless that was just a bad throw. That could have just been a bad throw. But right there, he does try to high point to the back of the end zone, and it was just way out of bounds. So now he's running tosses with Jordan Howard. Obviously, this is his offense. He wants to run the ball. But obviously, if he can't get that, he will easily pass the ball with Eli Manning. And right there, he shows it getting to the 4-yard line. And then Jordan Howard on the first play breaks Geno Atkins' tackle. And then he runs into 3 people, carries them all to the end zone. Touchdown. He does decide to go for 2. Does not get it. Luckily, I thought I should have had a pick right there. That could have been 2 points of my own. No, I don't know about that, but I definitely, should have had the pick right there. Luckily, it was not like a 1st and goal or something like that. It was a 2-point conversion, so still up by 2 points right now. And this dude is playing heavy defense to stop my run. With Kaepernick, obviously. He's running 2 spies at all times. And, can you really blame him? I mean, I'm running a lot with him. I'm rolling out a lot. If I don't see anything downfield when I'm rolling out, I'll run with Cap. 2 spies right there. You guys can see rolling out to the right. You'll get a clear shot of him. And there's just nobody open. Clear Fagdy. Just my O-line was not able to hold up long enough to give me enough time to find somebody over the middle. We do run a drop play with Theo Riddick on 3rd and 7 because the dude was pissing me off running, his Fagdy with 2 spies. It was very, very annoying, so I just said, fuck it, I'm going to hit you with a drop play, and hopefully I get it. I was trying not to run that much in this game because I wanted to get, the full game with Cap. Pretty much every play was with Kaepernick, but, you got to do what you got to do to win the game. So right now we are 11 for 17. Kaepernick has kind of slowed down late in the game throwing the ball, but he's still efficient is right there. He does find OBJ for a huge first down. Obviously, at this point, we're just trying to, kind of show off what Kaepernick can do. Now in the red zone, there's really nothing for us to go to. We play Maker. I don't know if we play Maker him or not, but we find Vance McDonald across the middle of the field, or he ran back from the sideline to the middle. There's just nothing there. It was incomplete. And then right there, Tyrell Williams, nothing there as well, throwing it into triple coverage basically. 12 for 20 with Cap, and at one point we were 10 for 12. So we're 2 for 10 on our last 10 throws. So that's kind of unfortunate, but you know what? What are you going to do? So right now, we are moving the ball, or he's trying to move the ball. I don't know why I said I was moving the ball. I'm not on offense. 24-19. Obviously, this is going to be the last drive of the game. It's up to him to move down the field. We're not going to overtime. We're not going to tie. We're not going to do anything like that. He is going to win this game or lose the game on this drive. 28 seconds left. He is not calling his timeouts. 4th and 4. I bet on the run, and my bet was right. After running Fagdy 3 consecutive plays, he decides to run on 4th and 4, and we do end up stopping him. The game is not over yet. He still has 3 timeouts and 20 seconds. It's pretty much over. After this run, it's definitely over. He ends up quitting after this play, man. But this is the first game with Kaepernick. Let me know if you guys want to see more games with Kaepernick. And also, I know I didn't say anything during the entire commentary, but the Seahawks did end up losing. For those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Seahawks fan, and I am upset that they lost to the Falcons. But you know what? What are you going to do? Just get ready for next year. Injuries hurt the Seahawks all year, so hopefully they can come back stronger next year. So anyway, I did hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to look out for the next one. If you want to see more Cap gameplay, be sure to let me know. And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out.